Hey, y'all. This is your girl, Tonetta, your coach, your life and relationship coach. I want to say hello this morning. This is my morning thoughts video. I guess I put it that way. So welcome to the video. This morning, I'm talking about being what you want to see and being what you want inside your relationship. If you're asking your partner to be whatever it is you desire, that kind of thing, you have to be those things as well. What I mean by that, let me just get on into that because I'm confusing myself. But let me just get on to that. My partner and I were having, of course, we have conversations all the time about stuff like this. We had a conversation, of course, yesterday about the men's ability to open up inside relationships yesterday. And I did a video about that on the Speak Your Truth page. So if you haven't checked it out, definitely go over and check that out. But of course, this morning, what I was bringing up as far as about, not just, this is more about the women's behavior, but women and men's behavior inside relationships. Not behavior, but what they want to be and see inside relationships. I know we sometimes expect, not me per se, but women in general, men in general want to see their partner. You hear about some folks saying that they want a partner that's, for women, for example, over 6 feet tall and all these glamorous things and have a house, have a nice car. Not all women, but there's some women who do, of course, say this and think like this. But of course, we know that a lot of men, I can't say all men, but there is a lot of men who do not make over 6 figures. I guess I put it that way. For a lot of those who work, I think it's like 90%, either 85 or 90% of people who work don't even make over 50,000 in the U.S. There are some, of course, like the other 10% that may make 6 figures, that kind of thing, but that's a very small amount. And like I said, for us to have all those expectations of these things, like I said, at times I know that we're passing up on good partners because we have all these expectations, whether it was, especially when it comes to the superficial things. But what I wanted to get into was the inner things, the things like our character, like our loyalty, our level of respect, those kind of things. I know, like I said, being who you want to see inside the relationship, if you want your partner to come into this relationship and being open, being able to communicate well, being loyal to you, being respectful towards you, all those types of things, you have to be those things as well. I know a lot of times we don't want to hear that, but that is something that you have to be as well. You cannot expect it out of somebody else if you're not being the similar kind of thing as well. You want somebody that's coming into the relationship that can, of course, have some ways healed and are working past their trauma, this kind of thing. You have to be doing that or already have done a lot of that already. You cannot, like I said, you cannot expect it out of somebody when you haven't done the work too. And that's what I said. You have to be what you want to see inside these relationships. Like I said, if you're expecting all these things, you have to be that too, not just your partner. There are some people, of course, who, like I said before, want to see 6 figures, want to see a tone fit body and want to see somebody with, I don't know, long hair or whatever it is. I have no idea. Whatever all the expectations, there's a whole lot of them. Want to see somebody that has a degree and all these kind of things. We have to realize that a lot of the folks that we, of course, deal with or talk to, that kind of thing, may not have those kind of things about them. I guess those kind of qualities about them. And a lot of times, like I said, with you being so picky, wanting this, wanting that, but you're not doing it yourself, that looks bad on you too. I learned a long time ago that I had to be what I want to see inside my relationship. If I want to be with somebody that's going to be loyal to me, that's going to not cheat on me and all these kind of things, I had to be that as well. And I say this all the time, there's no guarantee with anything. You can do all these things and the person still goes array and goes haywire. We don't know that. Whenever you always take a gamble on love, you always take a gamble on relationships. I'm not going to get into it today, but you also have to know when you're taking those gambles, if you're looking for a relationship, it's always like that. But you have to also know that at some point, you have to learn how to, of course, let go of some of those relationships too. Especially if it's not serving you what you want. I guess I put it that way in short. But like I said, getting back to the topic, actually, like I said, and thanks, Sis Alice. I hope that you're doing well. Thank you for tuning in. But like I said, we cannot expect all these things out of these people that we're looking to date and get married to and all this kind of stuff when we're not being that as well. If you're one who wanting somebody that got good character and never lies or I don't know, is loyal to you, you have to be that as well. You can't go into a relationship and you're not even telling who you are, speaking your truth, being who you are, you're sweeping things up under the carpet, but your partner's trying to, of course, be the opposite, trying to tell you what he wants, tell you what his needs are, all these kind of things, and being open and honest while you're still hiding things. You can't believe how many, especially when it comes to men, how many men I've talked to, because I used to hang around men all the time. That's more who I identify, well, in the past, more who I identify with, I guess I put it that way, more who I hung around. But you can't believe how many men I've talked to, including my partner actually, how they have had relationships with women, and come to find out years later they've already got married, there was sexual abuse, and that's why she don't want to have sex and all this kind of stuff going on. But they're thinking they're the problem, they're the issue. We talked a bit about this the other day too. I hear a lot of those kind of stories, ladies. Like I said, we have to make sure that we're being our true selves inside these relationships also. Not just expecting our men to be, when we're hiding things too, that's affecting everything that's going on in this relationship. Yesterday, I was, day before yesterday and yesterday, I was talking about on my Speak Your Truth page about being your man's peace. That's exactly what that means. Not hiding things like that, because when you hide things, especially when it's traumatic, those things are going to come out in the behavior that you exhibit every single day. Or at least several times a week, I guess I put it that way. Whether it comes out in your attitude, the nastiness, the disrespect, whether it comes out in when it's time to have sex and all this kind of stuff. Oh, I'm sleepy, I'm tired, which I understand those things happen. Trust me, I understand that. But at some point, if you have trauma in your past, sexual assault, sexual abuse, those things, and you haven't dealt with those things, they're going to affect your relationship. Whether you don't, because I was sexually abused. I know how that happens. I know what the outcome will be if you don't work on those things, because I didn't work on them for a long time. You don't like certain touches. You don't like to have sexual advances or whatever it is from your partner. Or you don't like to have sex at all. It don't feel good. It feels crazy, or you're so much in your head about the abuse and that kind of thing. You can't focus on your partner. We have, just like Alice said, we have to take responsibility of ourselves. You have to learn how to, like I said before, that's why I call my business Speak Your Truth inside these relationships. And like I said, I'm going to say it again. Any relationship, any love, anything like that you're doing, that you want to be in, it's a gamble anytime that you open up your mouth, I guess I put it that way, to share your deepest secrets and your trauma and things like that. Nothing is foolproof. Just always know that. But in order for you to create any type of loving relationship, happy relationship, a relationship that has flowing communication and all that kind of stuff, you have to not sweep things up under the carpet and be truthful to your partner. My partner was telling me about a friend of his. Him and his wife been married, I think, a little bit over 10 years now. He didn't find out that she was sexually abused, and that's why she didn't like sex, and that's why she didn't want any sex or want him to touch her or anything until about 5 years into that damn relationship. Now, come on, it affected her. He, like I said before, he was thinking that it was him. He didn't do something right. He was, and what he told me, he said he was about to actually divorce her because he thought he wasn't doing something right and that he wasn't the right partner for her until she opened up and came to him about what's going on, that kind of thing. It should not take 5 years. If you're looking to build your life with somebody, that has to take place within the first month, to me, when you're dating. Especially if you wanted to, of course, stay committed to this person. You say you love this person or whatever the case may be, and you see you all are talking about a future together. Talk about those things in the beginning, not 5 years later. When things are going to haywire, people are talking about possibly getting divorces and all this kind of stuff. Talk about those things. Like Alice said, take responsibility of yourself. You have to do that. Like I said, nothing is foolproof, but just understand that if you want that kind of relationship, the loyal, the open, the communicative relationship, you have to be that as well. The relationship where you don't have to sweep things up on the carpet. You can receive respect and give respect. You have to be that as well. It's not just on your partner to be all those things while you out here messing around, not caring about the relationship, not respecting your partner, all this kind of stuff. You have to be that as well. And I'm going to go ahead and get off for this morning, as I know I got to get into work as well. So thank you, sis, for coming in, and thank you, Talia, for coming in as well. I'm about to actually head out. So Talia, you'll have to, of course, check the replay on this. But like I said, definitely make sure that you're being who you want to see inside your relationship as well. I'll say that one more time. Be who you want to date and have sex with. Be who you want to have a relationship with. All that kind of stuff inside of your relationship. And like I said, I have to get out here, so I got to get into work. But y'all take care. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning. Again, this is Tonetta, your relationship and life coach, here to help you fix your life and your relationships. Take care, y'all, and have a great day.